Stop right there, criminal scum!
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
What's up with it, cuz? Get the out of here, bitch! Woo!
Hello guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here, and long time no seen, but I am back with another video discussing the recent suspension of my Twitter account. So it recently got suspended for covering some leaks for Warzone, the up and coming Battle Royale mode for Modern Warfare. I have made a new Twitter account, which is just at TheGamingRevo2, which will be linked in this video's description if you want to go ahead and check it out and follow me. I will be discussing leaks on there, but I will not be posting any leaked images or videos or stuff like that to obviously avoid further suspensions. Now what's funny is some of the stuff that they took down from my Twitter was just showing vehicles and stuff like that. They didn't really take down any pertinent information. They only took 4 legitimate tweets down from me, but a lot of the stuff that they did take down, they didn't actually own. They took down GIFs and memes and stuff like that that did not even contain their content. And this is not the first time that this has happened to. If you guys are unaware, there's a couple guys within the community that showcased early builds of Call of Duty to provide sort of like a history log to the evolution of Call of Duty from how it looked pre-release to current day. And well, for some weird reason they were targeted by Activision, even though they didn't really show any leaks or anything like that. It just provided a backstory for those games. But I guess they were scared that maybe if they were getting early builds that there might be a chance to get some leaks for up and coming games, and essentially they just striked everything on their channels and had their channels terminated. But they didn't just strike gameplay from Call of Duty or even games they owned. They took down a ton of videos that they do not even own. That is literally illegal. So it's funny because they're going to try and go after a load of people, but there's enough evidence out there to go against them and prove that they've been doing illegal DMCA takedowns, since they've been taking down a load of stuff that they don't even own. I guess the interns or whatever that they employ to take down content just spam take down a load of stuff and they don't actually look what they're taking down, which is really sloppy. Or maybe it's just because they feel powerful and they feel like they can do whatever they want. And by the way, my video in which showcased some early footage of Modern Warfare's Battle Royale mode called Warzone, the training grounds that is, unfortunately got taken down by Activision as well. I have appealed the strike as it simply applies to fair use due to its transformative journalistic nature to simply provide news and information. So it should be back up in around 14 days time, but it's pretty unfortunate nevertheless because it was on around 250,000 views in just around 4 hours time, I believe, which is crazy. But yeah, to be honest, it really wasn't even showcasing that much, so I don't even know why Activision have been so triggered by these leaks being out there and why they're also putting the blame on the players. So if you guys are unaware, people have recently been accidentally getting booted into the Warzone training grounds, the classified section of the Modern Warfare menu. I don't know why this has been happening. I have no idea what is going on here, but essentially it's given us a sneak preview of Modern Warfare's Battle Royale mode. It's given us information on plunder, the equipment, etc, etc. But it didn't really showcase that much, and I don't even know why Activision are going around and striking a load of people's videos and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, all it is free marketing and free advertising. Because let's face it, this is Infinity Ward's fault that this glitch has occurred. It's an issue with the UI. People are not at fault for wanting to share the footage. You have got to be kidding me. Of course, if people glitch into an unreleased mode, they're obviously going to want to share it online. They cannot be that naive to believe that people wouldn't want to share footage of it, because obviously people are excited for this mode. Of course they're going to want to share footage. It's naive to think they wouldn't. And in fact, one of the guys who got put into this early Warzone lobby was posting a load of gameplay on Twitter, and unfortunately he did actually get his account banned on Xbox because of this, which is absolutely absurd because it breaks no terms of service. Within the terms of service, it obviously states stuff about glitching and stuff like that, but the player never actually intended to glitch. The game just randomly booted him into this unreleased mode. Now, fortunately enough, he has managed to reclaim his account. I'm guessing it's because so many people were moaning and complaining that he got banned unjustly, I included, that Activision decided to luckily give him his account back. But that's honestly just complete BS that he even had the chance of losing his account over this. Now, Activision have been going really ham with the strikes. Prestigious Key did get a Twitter post DMCA'd by them that showed the logo. Carbon on YouTube had a few videos videos taken down, a ton of other people's YouTube videos have been getting taken down. Pretty much everyone posting footage on Twitter has been getting strikes. Why don't Activision / Infinity Ward just take responsibility and realize that this is their mistake and just own it? They shouldn't be going around striking people because of this. They should acknowledge that this was their mistake, and if they do have a marketing campaign planned for this Battle Royale mode, and if this is ruining it in any way, shape or form, well guess what? Things happen. Sometimes things do not go to plan, but this is no one's fault but Infinity Ward's for messing up with the UI. No one else should be to blame for sharing gameplay and stuff like that, because naturally we're all excited for Warzone. We're obviously going to be wanting to share information. As we were saying earlier, it's naive to think that the fan base would just go silent and just pretend like these leaks do not exist. That is not the way the world works. Honestly, I think that Activision's PR team / their marketing team is god awful, and I think that this has definitely ruined the hype for Warzone because a lot of people are so excited for this mode. Honestly, I've not been the biggest fan of Modern Warfare since it released, but I think they've done a good job with Season 2 in resurrecting the game. I think there's been a lot of good decisions made and a lot of new additions that have been really promising. I really was not happy with Season 1 and the game leading up to this, but I've been speaking positively of Season 2, which is pretty much a first for me because I've been voicing my opinions quite negatively on this game since launch. So finally people are starting to turn an eye and they're starting to have hope for this game, and obviously everyone's excited for Warzone and everyone's following all of the leaked information and stuff like that. All it's doing is providing free marketing and free hype for the game. What do Activision do? They go ahead and intrude and ruin everyone's excitement that was building up, because as we were saying, their marketing team is awful. We often get DLC maps or seasons releasing with a trailer only a couple days before release. We've even had zombies maps released before where there was no trailer until the launch day. No one even knew it was coming. The marketing team have been absolutely awful ever since Black Ops 3. The last good marketing campaign that I felt we had was for Black Ops 3, where we had the Frozen Forest teasers for the campaign and stuff like that. That was so exciting, but ever since then, everything has been kind of a letdown. The Black Ops 4 zombies reveal was very cool, but unfortunately it didn't end up living up to hype. But as we were saying, the marketing team just has not been on board, and Activision need to realize that leaks help the game more than hurt it. They help the game an absolute ton. People get so excited for the leaks, and also often we get loads of lies and mistruths from Activision / Infinity Ward, and by having leaks and stuff like that, it adds for a direct means of communication between the developers and the community, which I feel like has been lacking a lot ever since launch. I felt like pre-launch they were quite good at communicating with the community, but ever since launch people have just gone into silent. A lot of the developers have just disappeared and vanished off into the distance like they've gotten their paycheck and now they're just going to move on. I'm honestly not sure what is going on, but as we were saying, I think that the leaks have really been helping out this game, and honestly I don't think anyone should be in the wrong for sharing leaks, because naturally people are going to be excited for leaks. As we were saying, it just adds as an extra means of communication, and also because nothing is confirmed, it's kind of like a bit of an Easter egg hunt to try and figure out what is going on. We do not have an official release date for Warzone just yet, so right now it's kind of like a bit of an Easter egg hunt to try and figure out the release date. You know, it's fun for the community to try and just search around and try and find out any piece of information that we've had. Honestly, the last time that I remember a situation like this was pre-Black Ops 3 Zombies Chronicles DLC 5. Obviously there was a long build-up of leaks which led to the eventual confirmation and the eventual release, and in that build-up to release it was so exciting for the community to come together and just try and search for all the information possible on the internet. I mean, people were calling up game stores and doing all sorts of detective work to try and figure out just what the hell was going on, and I feel like with Warzone it's a very similar situation where we're all just craving information about this mode, and Infinity Ward / Activision are doing a poor job with marketing, and that is why people are craving the leaks so much, because they're doing such a poor job, and because of that it's led to this kind of like an Easter egg hunt where we're all just trying to find out all the information we possibly can, and honestly it's a lot of fun. Leaks, I don't know why, but I always get so excited, and it's kind of why I've become, you know, the leaker guy, because I find it so entertaining, especially on Twitter. It's honestly so much fun to just interact with the community, share all of the information I have, and as we were saying, it's kind of like a bit of an Easter egg hunt once again. It's honestly crazy how many people care about these leaks. So many people have been spamming hashtag #FreeTGR and stuff like that over on Twitter, which is crazy that so many people care that much about the leaks that they want to see my Twitter account unbanned. If that doesn't speak volumes to Activision about how much people care about leaks and how much good it does for the game, and it provides information when there is massive droughts of information coming from Activision themselves, themselves, because as we were saying, there is massive droughts non-stop where we just won't hear any sort of communication for months on end, and in the meantime, I'm covering leaks almost daily, if not weekly, so there's always something new to talk about in terms of leaks. But if we didn't have these leaks, there would be moments of silence for ages, and also it provides loads of free content for people to make YouTube videos on and stuff like that. If these leaks were not around, it would mean that there would be a lot less content for content creators and YouTubers to make, because there would be a lot less information floating around, because as we were saying, Infinity Ward / Activision do a poor job with communication and marketing. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Let me know if you agree with some of my opinions down in the comment section down below. And also, the last thing that I do want to say is, what's even the point in Activision going around and taking down these leaks and stuff like that? They're obviously still going to be out there. People are obviously still going to know about the leaks. They're obviously going to keep on reposting them. So is it really hiding it from anyone? No, it isn't. If a leak happens, they should just embrace it. And that's what I've been saying for the longest time. They should embrace leaks. Sometimes they're just going to happen and you cannot do anything about it, whether that be there's a glitch in the game that reveals a leak, whether that be they accidentally leave a load of stuff within the files of the game that get data mined. People are obviously always going to be actively searching for information surrounding the game, and you cannot blame the fans for that. You cannot blame the fans for being thirsty for leaks, because all that shows is that you have fans that care that much about your game that they're willing to go out of the way to try and find out extra additional information that has not been officially provided. And if that isn't something to be proud of, I do not know what is. And I think that is a really good statement to end this video off on. The leaks need to be embraced. They need to be. This is a new form of marketing. Well, it's not really a new form, but it's one that's gained a lot more traction than ever before in recent years. We're living in an age now where people just want information at the click of their fingertips, and slow marketing campaigns where there's just silence for months just does not work anymore. And I'll tell you the reason why it doesn't work anymore, because there's a billion different games on the market. 20 years ago, there was a lot less competition, so you could get away with barely saying anything all year round, and still a load of people would buy your game. But if you are not making a ton of noise, then all of the other games are going to drown out your game. Now, obviously, Call of Duty is massively successful. It's the biggest game every single year, and I really do think that the leaks have helped out with Modern Warfare, somewhat at least, with the sales on launch, especially regarding the fact that supply drops got removed from the game because of the leaks, or should I say the backlash from the leaks. And I definitely think that has been a massive sway factor in people purchasing the game. So as we're saying, leaks should be embraced. Activision seem to be very out of touch with the community. They don't really know what the community wants. It's very clear that it was a wrong decision for Activision to go around striking all of this stuff. All it's doing is hurting the game and creating hate towards Activision. That's all it's doing. It's not helping them in any way, shape or form by censoring all of this information. At the end of the day, once again, this was a glitch caused by Infinity Ward's UI. It is not at the fault of anyone else or at the expense of anyone else. It's not like someone snuck into Infinity Ward and stole the footage. No, this is a fault of Infinity Ward themselves. Once again, Activision are out of touch and they should just own their mistake and let the community enjoy this footage. But anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not here for latest and greatest Modern Warfare news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.